Symphony is in Dvorak for you. Very famous classical piece. Before you start playing this, look at your left hand chords. We have that 1 in our 4 chord, just like we learned on the lazy chord blues. So make sure you know all that stuff. Make sure you understand why it's called the 4 chord, because I'll be asking. And practice it with your left hand and your right hand. Very easy though, I think you'll get it. A good way to actually start this piece may be to start with the left hand. We have an open 5th, then we have a... you ready to learn? You better close your ears if you don't want to learn something. You're about to learn something. That's called the suspended chord. When we take a major chord and we lower the 3rd, it's called minor. When we raise the 3rd, it's called suspended. Ooh, you just learned. Hope you weren't listening. And you could go through the piece like that. There's some really good things in the left hand happening, so check out that. What I want you to look out for is the rhythm. Make sure you count 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Practice one line at a time and try the metronome. It's a very slow song, so you shouldn't really have to practice it too much to be able to get that in. If you need to just do the right hand, do the right hand only, but feel that pulse. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay? So practice a line at a time. Each line is its own phrase until the end. So you can get a line at a time and get those right, get good sounds in your head, and then move on. The second line has a, readily learn again, augmented chord. They're weird. Into your 4 chord. The 3rd phrase is where we start something new. We use that 4 chord. Loud. And the hands are matching each other there. They're doing the same intervals, down a 3rd and up a 2nd, but just different notes. Extra credit if you know what interval that is. You don't care what interval it is? You should. So try that line. You have the hands together there, and then we have some more hands together things there, but it's not too hard. The 4th line is about the same as the 2nd line, so 3rd line, so you don't have to practice much of that. It's just one note different. And then the 5th line is the same as the 1st line, so again we cut down our practice. So if you practice phrase 2 and phrase 3, or maybe 1, 2, and 3, a lot of the song will come together. We move onward to the end. The last phrase starts at measure 21, and we have a little bit of a switch in the left hand. Not too much then. But the right hand walks up. Okay? So you should practice those 4 bars, because those are pretty key too. Remember, if we look for the key parts to the piece comes together a lot easier. So we know that phrase 4 and phrase 5 are pretty much the same as the beginning. We know the first phrase is pretty easily, so you can practice that 2nd and 3rd phrase will actually help you pretty much put together the whole song, because it's a lot of the same things. So that should work into your last phrase. It'll give you the idea what it sounds like, you'll know the rhythm, but we're just walking up the keyboard and down on the left. Then your right hand stays here, plays the same thing. So practice that last phrase at measure 21 to the end. Practice the 2nd phrase and the 3rd phrase. If you practice each one of those for like a couple minutes each and get those really good, the whole song will come together. Remember, don't spend 10 minutes working from top to bottom. Spend 10 minutes working on 2 or 3 lines and you get the whole thing. Voila! Magic!